Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I think it feels like Monday to many of us, probably those of us in the US at least, because many of us are coming off of a 3-day weekend. And so today especially might be hard. I just dropped my kids off at school. I saw some really interesting driving all the way around. I just thought, I think people are still waking up. But what a lovely morning we can have together, waking up, starting our week off right. For those of you that haven't already started. I'm just so happy to sit down with you guys, regardless of what time of day it is, where you are. This is going to be a really special show. I'm very, very thankful to those of you that are here right now, for those of you that are going to join later, and for those of you that are watching in the replay, because this is a very special one, guys. So just have to say that right now. I'm very, very excited. Let's look at some of our comments we got so far. Read with Dr. B. Vanessa says, stopping in to say hi and hit the like button. Oh, thank you. Angie, good morning, Angie. I hope you're doing well today. Hey, Terry, and good morning, Molly. Good morning, Paige. Good morning, Jody, and good morning, Megan. Oh, Megan's probably just back from her long weekend. I hope that went really well. Hi, Vi. I hope you're doing great today. Oh, in Wyoming with Silly. Good morning. I have my coffee and ready. Silly's here also. Yay, Silly. We love Silly. It's the cutest pup around. The unofficial mascot to the morning show. I love it so much. How was everybody's weekend? Especially those of you that had a long weekend. How was it? Did you read any good books? Is there anything? I mean, I have a couple books to talk to you about, but that author is here in just a little bit. So I'm going to wait on one, but I want to hear from you. What have you been reading? What have you been up to? How was your weekend? Let's talk about it for a couple of minutes. I'm just so excited about what we're doing this morning. I want to ease everyone in. This is just going to be great. Good morning, Shannon. I hope you're doing well. We didn't do a whole lot this weekend in my house. We did a lot of dinners out. Other than that, we were mostly in our PJs and got a lot of reading done, and it was lovely. And we were supposed to get a ton of snow this week, and now it's all just become cloudy, and my children are very disappointed, but it is freezing. It's in the 20s right now, and the high is only 36 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you that don't measure temperature that way. So it's a cold one. It's going to be a cold week, but that means it's the perfect week to snuggle up, get cozy, get some reading done, and that is exactly what I'm planning on doing every chance I get. Oh, hey, Stormy, good morning. What a fun way to spend a very cold morning getting my coffee fix. Yes, ma'am. I've got my tea. I haven't done coffee as much lately. I go through phases, but I got my tea right here, and this is my third mug. I woke up early this morning, but it's been a great day. It's been a great day, and it's even better, of course, because I've got you guys with me now. Molly says, I've been enjoying Romantasy-a-thon reading Bloodguard and now Phantasma. It's been fun. Okay, Molly, I want to know your thoughts on Phantasma. I'm having a feeling that you're a stronger person than I, because do I have it? Yes, I do. And I started it. This was a gift from Forever Publishing. And I think the second one is either out now or it's about to come out. I started it. It was too scary. So I stopped. But it's just beautiful, isn't it? I got a lovely picture of this against bright red leaves in the fall. It's one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken of a book. Oh my gosh, this reminds me too. I have so much to share, guys. I had quite a bit of money from a trade-in I did at the used bookstore. I had so many books that just weren't fitting me, or I had duplicates or whatever. So I took them to the used bookstore over the weekend when we had a lull in our house. I'm not even joking. Are you ready? $176 in store credit. And don't you know, I spent all of it and then $7 more. I cannot wait to show you everything in my haul. I haven't done a proper video since November, and I think it's time, because I really need to do like a fun book haul, like in front of the fireplace with my incredible used books that I got. And it is a huge number. And you're just going to die when you see them. They're just so beautiful. Okay, see, I'm gone on a tangent. But I still want to hear, Molly, what you're thinking of Phantasma. Angie says she's doing okay. Angie, my heart's going out to you. She's going through a bit of a hard time right now. I'm not going to share because it's not my place to say, but I'm just saying, I know myself and the community our hearts go out to you, and I hope you find some healing and love every single day. And I'm really proud of you for being able to distract yourself with good books and all that in this community. You're taking care of yourself. That's all you can do right now. So I'm really proud of you, Angie. And we love you. We love you. Hey, Christina, good morning. Good morning. Megan says, my weekend was good. Fiance, Mr. Book Nook, caught lots of fish. I had quiet days reading. I finished Seduce Me at Sunrise. Late, though, I couldn't do the live show. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you'll get to see it in the replay. We had so much fun on Sunday doing the live show. It was just me and Rachel and Christy, actually, because Tiffany had a shift and so did Avery. Or Ava, she's doing that brand new romance bookstore. Like she's working there on the weekends. And I think it's, she's taking all the shifts she can, which is great. So we love hearing about it. It's very exciting. Christina says, Phantasma seems like a dark romance. I think you're right. I think it's dark romantasy. Yeah. So Megan says, started reading our Tea and Biscuits book club, Nobody's Lady. I've been hearing all kinds of things. Terry is going to be able to tell a lot about that. I think she's read is it 6 books, Terry, in the series? I think she just finished the 6th one. She did a deep dive into that series. She loved it. Paige says, finally finished After We Fell by Anna Todd. Total toxic train wreck. And I'm now starting our Tea and Biscuits book. I can't wait to see what everybody says. For me, some of the triggers are a little dark, but again, like, as we all know, I'm a weenie. So yeah, but Terry walked me through some of it. So, hey, Abby Jean, I hope you're doing great today. Stormy says, working on my retro romances. It's going pretty good, though I am slow at print reading. Yeah, it's funny how different forms of reading require different speeds, don't they? I've heard a million amazing things, Stormy, about the Retro Romance Readathon, which we all know is your baby, your brainchild. And I just want to thank you for all the joy you've brought to so many people through this readathon. I can't tell you. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't hear someone gushing about how much fun they're having. So well done, Stormy. Well done, you. Christina says, yay for book hauls. I know, right? I haven't done a book haul since, spring of, it's been almost a year since I did a proper book haul. How is that even possible? I tell you. Vi says, I've been loving the Romantasy-a-thon. I've been in a complete romantasy mood for a few weeks now. Perfect. Isn't wintertime a great time for romantasy? And this is a person who's not even a big romantasy person, though she wants to be. I just feel like those cold winter days, I don't know, they just lend themselves well to like another world. I just love it. I love it. And I love that. Now, who's hosting the Romantasy-a-thon? Because that was not quite on my radar, but what a surprise, right? I love to learn more, though. Megan also says, yay for book hauls, right? Oh my gosh. I know. Sending love. Megan, you're so wonderful. I know Angie really appreciates that. Molly says, yes, it's a bit scary, but I'm along for the ride. She's referring to Phantasma. It reads really fast. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, hey, Sock. Just got in from errands. Welcome. I bet it's cold up in Connecticut, too. I cannot even imagine. Hopefully you're getting warmed up right now. Shannon says, I've read 2 romances by Natalie Kanya. They are fantastic. Lots of family, humor, and spice is low, but tension is good. It's all about the tension, Shannon. I'm with you. I'm with you. Wyoming says, I love book hauls. They are my favorite. I know. I can't wait to see the goodies you found. I know. Also, I'm gushing over them taking the tags off and like putting all the info in my Excel spreadsheet because that's what I do for fun because I'm a normal person. And let me tell you, I was showing my husband, I'm like, this book is 40 years old. It is from 1985. Look at this. And he's like, okay. Uh-huh. And I thought, oh gosh, I got to do a haul. The people in my house do not appreciate books the way we do. Thank heavens for this community, right? We all get it. We all get it. Sock says, just picked up Phantasma at the library. Get out. Are you going to start it soon? You and Molly should exchange notes. Christina says, you're not a weenie bee. I'm not into dark romance either. Thank you, Christina. I feel validated. Vi is very curious to hear everyone's thoughts on Phantasma. Yes. Not sure if I want to pick it up. The trial circus vibes don't really appeal to me for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard good things. I guess it all depends on, what you're into. Angie says, love this community as well. Yes, we love you. And Jatu, good afternoon. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Molly says, Tori Between the Pages is the one hosting the Romanticy-a-thon. For those of you that didn't know, I might be the only one that didn't know, but thank you very much for telling me. Vi says it's hosted by Tori. Oh, there we go. See, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Oh, Sock just filmed an unhaul of library returns. We love an unhaul too. We sure do. Thank you, Vi, for sending love to Angie. That's wonderful. You guys are so great. Terry says, yes, you have 6 books in the what's the name of the series? It begins with Nobody's Lady. This is Annabelle Anders. Terry will tell me the name of the entire series because I'm sure she knows. The last one, Lady in the Rake, is Chef's Kiss, another great Sebastian character. Is there ever a Sebastian character that isn't great? We were talking about this yesterday. And actually a rake who is raking it in. Oh, Terry, I see what you did there. That was fantastic. Well done, girl. Sugar Plum Fairy says, perfect timing with the show. I just finished a book. Awesome. Do tell. Do tell. We love to hear about a book that's just been finished, fresh in the mind, ready for a rating, ready to hear the hot take. So do share. Terry says, I'm almost done reading The Lost Letter by Mimi Matthews. Oh, is it so good? I love Mimi Matthews. That was one of the books I got at the book sale. I only have 2 of her books. No, 3, because I got Holiday by Gaslight as a gift over the holidays. But now I have 2 of her regular novels, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Lord Love a Lady is the name of the Annabelle Anders series. Thank you, Terry. As always, what would I do without you? Stormy says, glad people are having fun. They really are. They really are. Good morning, Kristen. Good to see you on here. I hope you've had a lovely long weekend with your little bro. He's so sweet. Hearing stories about him. Oh my gosh. Christina says, I posted a book haul and unhaul 2 days ago. I unhauled IPP just because, well, I've read the entire series already and it's time to move on. Fair enough. Absolutely. Molly says, I had no idea what Phantasma was about until I picked it up. A bunch of people participating in the readathon were reading it and convinced me to pick it up. Are you glad you've picked it up, Molly? I have to know. We all need to know. Sending love to you, Angie. I hope you hear that, Angie. We're sending you love. Violet says, oh, Violet, good morning. Good morning, all. The snow is keeping me from work so I can tune in. Hooray. We are so happy to have you here. This is great. This is great. Snow day. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I have some news that many of you, I would almost be like, raise your hand. You can raise your hand if you want. Why not? No one's going to judge. Raise your hand if you are an historical romance lover, because I have a very important announcement specifically tailored, although everyone can hear this. Let me single people out and make people feel excluded. Great. My point is, many of us who are in the historical romance community, we have noticed recently that there have been quite a few of our beloved authors who are having contracts that are not being picked up by major publishing companies, such as Kate Bateman, Caroline Linden, Georgette Heyer, I believe. Is it Georgette Heyer? No, that's wrong. Oh my gosh. It's not Georgette Heyer. Harper St. George. I always do that. I'm so sorry, guys. My point is, I have a very special announcement this morning, headed up by an historical romance author that I want to share with you. And then we'll talk about ways that we can support our beloved historical romance authors. I just want to check out these comments really quickly, and then I want to get into the big announcement. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, by the way, IPB. Ice Planet Barbarians. My apologize. For those of you that aren't familiar with the acronym. Sugar Plum Fairy says it was Before I Do by Sophie Cousins. Nice little contemporary romance. It's about a bride who is being torn between the one and the one that got away. It was a good read. Ooh, sounds very good. Thank you for sharing. Phantasma. Yes, curious. She's got me curious. I love that. I don't know, Molly, you can tell her in the comments, or we can talk about it at the end if we have time. I don't remember off the top of my head. Molly says, yes, having fun with it. And happy to say I picked up another Goodreads choice book of 2024. Oh, how fun. Oh, that's great, Molly. Georgette Heyer has been deceased for decades. But yes, see, I knew it wasn't her. I meant Harper St. George. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you, Violet. Yes, there you go. There you go. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Many people don't know the connection between IPB and Ice Planet Barbarians. Angie says, I'm so close to 300 subscribers. That's great. Good for you. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. She's growing and growing, and I love it so much. Angie has a unique take, by the way, on the way you read, the way you relate to authors. She's got a great handle on just own voices, just because of her disability and the way that she interprets books. I really find her to be a valuable member of the BookTube community. So Angie, good on ya. Well done. Can't wait for you to hit those 300 subscribers. That's going to be fantastic. I tell you. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking, because especially after the Georgia hire debacle. And I'm going to let someone who's much more well spoken, in fact, a writer, do the talking for me right now, because she has a very important announcement that we all need to hear. And then we'll talk a little bit about it. So I'm going to go to my video file here, and you're going to love this, guys. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alivia, and I'm a historical romance author. And I'm here coming to you from Australia, and to talk to you about a little project that I've been putting together over January, which is a website and newsletter called historicalromancebookdeals.com. And so the website and newsletter idea came about because it was becoming harder and harder for us historical romance authors to find readers. And also, as someone who reads and loves historical romance, I was finding it harder to connect and find new releases and the sorts of things I might be interested in. And so I thought a simple website and newsletter subscription that goes straight to readers' inbox might be helpful for those of us who love the genre and who want to make sure authors can keep writing their beautiful, well-crafted, gorgeously researched stories, and so that readers who absolutely love those worlds and those pastimes can continue to read and support the authors that they love, and maybe to find new authors as well. And so if that sounds like the sort of thing that you'd really like, you can visit our website, which is historicalromancebookdeals.com, and sign up for our newsletter. We deliver on weekdays. And if you are an author and you'd like to share your work with our readers, then please press the author submission button and fill in the form. So we accept any stories written in the 20th century and earlier. We love any kind of love stories. We really want to see all the beautiful vivacity and dynamism of historical romance find its audiences. So that's historicalromancebookdeals.com. And if you are an author, use the code HRBDFREE and you can submit your book for free. And if you have any questions, please just send us an email. And thank you so very much for this chance to speak to you all.
So that was Alivia Fleur, who many of you know by name. She writes fantastic historical romances. Primarily, I think she does novellas more often than not, and they are exceptional. I keep trying to have her on my show, but because she's in Australia, like right now, it's the middle of the night there. So it did not work out. But I was so thankful that she was able to come on and tell us a little bit about her brand new project that she's created to support historical romance authors, readers, the community at large. So just very exciting to share that with you. And we're going to hop on over to her website just briefly so you can get an idea of it. Again, it's really easy to remember. It's also linked in my description box. This is all free, by the way. historicalromancebookdeals.com. All one word, all lowercase, just how you think it's spelled. Doesn't get much easier than that. But you just sign up for the newsletter, and then you're going to be getting goodies in your inbox. and lots of news and things. It's just a great way to support. And there she is, Alivia Fleur. And there's some of her books as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just thrilled that she started this. And I just wanted to make sure that we were going to be doing what we could to shout it out and keep the love alive through that. In fact, let me go back to the top. We've got new releases here, books that they're, really excited about. Loving the Blacksmith. Oh, that's gorgeous. There's a really beautiful, look at that dress. Good night. See, I'm getting distracted now. Focus, B, focus. She wanted me to let you know, we'll be continuing to hype this in the coming weeks because they're going to be doing a lot of deals and giveaways. So you'll be hearing more about this in the show on my channel coming up. So highly recommend that you guys spend some time going on over to that site and signing up. I don't think you could go wrong. So yeah, I'm just really, really excited about what she's doing. So there you have it. Let me go ahead and remove. I have to stop screen. We are going to be having Katie Naymon on in a few minutes, and she's coming on at 10. So that gives us a couple minutes. I know that was a gorgeous cover, right? I just get so distracted. So I've got some slides here for today. I know the site really is such a great idea. It really is. I think that right now, there's the audience that's there. Let me move this. What is wrong with my brain today? I tell you, the audience is there. They want the historical romance, but unfortunately, many of the publishing companies are kind of going in another direction at the moment. So I'm thankful that so many authors are able to still share their talents with us. I know, for example, Kate Bateman is excited about going indie. I remember her saying, I think we talked about this before, but she was, lamenting the fact that she was coming up with different ideas at different time periods in different places, but she was feeling a bit pigeonholed, not her word, but mine, by her publishing company, and that they wanted Regency set in, in the UK. So, I think she's feeling very good about the freedom that she's now going to be getting. So, and I'm very thankful that we're going to be able to still support them. So it's very good. It's a great thing. Stormy says historical romances are my favorites, so I will check that site out. Wonderful. Oh, Angie's saying thanks for the subscription. Good morning, Pat Cray Hollis. Oh, I love that name. Easy to get distracted with those covers. Thank you, Stormy. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. You guys are so kind. My own hype people. I appreciate it. So yes, there are a slew of new releases that are going to be coming out today or later this week, and we can be talking about those. I mean, there are even more that I'm going to be bringing up today, but I'm really, really excited about this one, You Between the Lines. And this one comes out today. I've been reading the ARC on my Kindle, and despite the fact that I have the ARC, I'm probably going to have to go out and buy this maybe today because it's really, really good. I read a lot of contemporary romance. I told Katie this via DM this morning because I said, I'm not going to be going live with you, or I'm not going to be with you before you hop on because I'm going to be here doing this. And so I won't get my moment to sort of gush at you privately. So rather than make her feel uncomfortable about how much I'm enjoying this book and how excited I am about this book, I did it via DM ahead of time. So she's going to be here any minute. Cassandra, good morning. I hope you're having a great day so far. Angie says, I'm excited for You Between the Lines as well. Yes, this is exceptional. Like I said, I've read a lot of contemporary romance, and I've read a lot of great, really good contemporary romance. This is exceptional. Guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be big. I'm calling it right now. And Katie Naymon is going to be a big name. I'm calling that too. So I can pat myself on the back later and be like, remember when I said she's going to be big? Because she is. She is. My Kindle, I feel like the words, I feel like it's been this, hopefully you can get this metaphor, but as I'm reading, and I'm still not finished with the book yet. I'm finishing it today. It was so busy over the weekend, just the kids making it hard for me to read. Just sit down and read at an extended period. I didn't get to finish before we got together, but it's like reading her writing is similar to having my Kindle on the stove and like everything is just simmering. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that? Does that make sense to readers? It's just this people always say, "Oh, the slow burn is great." Yes, the slow burn is great, but it's like more than that. There's this tension that's constantly going that I feel like my pulse is picked up throughout the entire read. I'm having trouble putting it down. I'm going to have trouble talking to her without just wanting to grab my Kindle. So, yeah, I'm just really excited about her coming on. Yeah. Emily. Good morning, Emily. Yay! Oh, we're so happy you're here. Welcome, welcome. We have just been talking about ways to support historical romance. We have been talking about our recent reads, our weekends, and we are getting ready to be joined by Katie Naymon herself to talk about her first novel, her debut novel, and which goes on sale today, which I'm really, really excited about. Yeah. Welcome, Emily. Yay. Awesome. So, anybody else like name? Okay. Abby Jimenez is another top tier contemporary romance author. Chloe Leese, Allie Hazelwood, although I'm on the fence about her right now. personally, Emily Henry. Like you name your top tier contemporary romance, all the buzz people. I think Katie Naymon's going to be there. I really do. And here she is, actually. I'm not giving her a moment to breathe before she hops in. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I am so excited. I tried to message you. I told you I messaged you earlier so that I wouldn't fangirl while you're here. I'm still going to do it. I'm still gonna do it. Guys, welcome Katie Naymon. Am I saying your name correctly?
You are, yes. Thank you.
Normally when I just go out and pronounce it, it's wrong.
You did it.
But okay, first of all, congratulations on release day.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for taking some time out of your very busy release day to spend with us.
Of
We
course.
are just so thrilled. This is, by the way, the best community in the world. I say it all the time. They know it. They're probably sick of it. But it is true. These are the best people ever, and we are all so excited to celebrate you today. I was just saying, because I can't help myself. I'm gonna let everyone see you a little bit bigger here. Boop. Okay, there you are. Hello. Without making you uncomfortable. I'm saying it right now, and I just said it to them too. You're gonna be huge.
Oh,
I'm saying, I told you, I'm sorry. See, this is why
it's so kind. It's so kind. Every author's dream. So, I mean, go on.
I'm telling you. As I said in the DM, like I read a lot of contemporary romance. A lot. You are a different animal.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, guys, I'm saying it. So we can all come back and be like, well, B said it. He's right.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. Thank you so much.
I cannot believe that this is your debut novel.
Me neither. Sometimes I read it back and I'm like, I don't even know, like, who wrote this? Like, I'm also confused how this occurred. God.
I was telling them too, I'm like, it's on my Kindle because I have the ARC, but I think I still have to go out and buy it today. You're an auto buy author for me already.
Oh my gosh, thank
you so much. We're going to talk more about it. This is why I messaged you ahead of time, because I didn't want to like fire hose you with my enthusiasm without you first being like aware.
It was the best thing to wake up to at 6 a.m. I'm like playing it on my phone, half asleep. Like, oh my God. I loved it.
Okay. Thank you. You're so sweet. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've got a lot of people that are very excited already. One question. We'll just start with questions. We'll just go on and see where this organically leads us. And I'm going to keep you to a half an hour. I don't want to keep you too long. So guys, if I get past 10:30, somebody yell at me. Christina says, is the book going to be available at Target?
It's a good question. Christina, you tell me. Go out and look. I'm actually not sure. I know it's online at Target, but I don't know if it will be in store. maybe I should go today and look. I honestly am not sure.
Well, I'm going to be looking today.
Please do. Please do let me know, because I'm really not sure. So
Yeah.
keep me updated. I hope so. I love Target. Target is like the best store on earth. So I would die if it were in Target.
It's the best / the worst. Because I
Yeah,
go
yeah.
in there.
You go
and I'm
in
like,
with like all sorts of like I just feel like it's like a
it's terrible.
daze when you walk out.
It's terrible. And my daughter, again, I'm gonna try to keep this because I'm gonna keep us good on time. And I'm gonna tell few stories, but I have a 5-year-old who loves to
Mm.
browse. She's terrible. And now we'll go to Target and I'll grab a book. And well, she's going through the toy aisle and I'm just following her with my cart reading. That's what's gonna happen today.
Start them young. I mean,
Yeah, right.
yeah, that's what I did too, 100%.
I love it. I love it. Good morning, Katie. Hi,
Good
Katie.
morning.
It's great to have you here. See, I told you these guys are so sweet. Congrats
So
on
nice.
release day. Hi, Katie. So excited to hear about your book, especially after Bee's high praise. I'm telling you. They hear me say this all the time. They know that I'm serious. They know I'm serious.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations. Welcome, Katie.
Oh,
Welcome, Katie. I'm excited for this. I first heard about your book through Forever. Yes.
the best publisher. They're so great.
Love them so much. I
They do
love them
great
so
books.
much.
I'm like so thrilled to be with
I
them.
know.
They're amazing.
They are amazing. I just
And
adore them.
nice. Just like the nicest team. Like
Oh,
just good,
nice.
funny, like people.
Yes. I email back and forth with Dana and Estelle, from all the
Yes.
time. I just
They're
love them.
so fun.
Yeah,
They're
they are.
so great.
They're so cute. I love it. I love it. I'd ask Katie to persuade me, but I think I'm already persuaded.
Great. Good.
Yeah. Believe me, she's going to start talking once I finally let her start talking about the book. And persuaded. Yeah, this is gonna be the interview where you don't get to talk. We're just gonna
Makes it easy for me.
Right. Christina says, thanks for this. Oh, subscribing. Okay, this is an aside. I just looked at Target's website and couldn't find it. Okay,
Oh
we're gonna be figuring it out. And it's
online only. Okay.
it's you between the lines. We're gonna do some digging. We're gonna figure this out.
Please. Please do.
Yes. Be like Geneva Rose, and if they're there, sign a few. If you find some in the wild at Target.
I know. I want to sign them, but I'm so like afraid to do it. I was in my childhood Barnes and Noble like 2 days ago, and they had it out early. And my husband was like, "Just sign it." And I was like, "No, I'm gonna get in trouble." So I like went up to them and was like, "Can I sign them?" And I was like all embarrassed and giggly, and they were like, "Yeah, whatever." And so then I started signing them, and I watched some girl buy it in front of me, just like
Stop it.
completely organically. And it was like every author's dream. It was like the first time I go to a bookstore, someone just like picks it up. And my husband was like, "Go up to her, like tell her it's you." And I was like, "God, no." I feel like she's gonna get scared and think I'm weird and then not buy it. I was like, "There's no way. Just let it happen." So
I don't think there's a way you could go up and not be creepy, be like, "Hey."
No, I would be so weird. And so I was just like, no, just like let her do it. But it was very cool. I was like, "Oh my God, like this is insane."
So cool. Oh, that's
really, really
so
cool.
Yeah, you have to be careful about signing because I remember Abby Jimenez going on her stories not too long ago and she got in trouble at a Target.
Abby got in trouble?
Because they didn't know
like
who she
let
was.
her do whatever she wants.
I know. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, then I'm definitely not going to try.
Just make sure no one is watching.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I tell you what. Vi says those are the kinds of cheerleaders you need in life. True.
Truly.
I love it. Well, okie dokie. So let's okay. I just love this book so much. Okay, let's just talk about it.
Sure.
Tell me what you want to tell me. I'm so excited.
Oh God, what do you want to know?
Okay. So, all right, what is this book about? Let's just start there. I'm so excited. I'm having trouble. Okay, tell us about this book.
Okay, it's about two people who knew each other in high school. They did not have the best interaction in high school because they knew each other from like a workshop, and one of the characters said something kind of critical to the other character, and she's in high school. It's a big deal. It becomes a whole thing. 10 years later, they meet up at their grad school for poetry, unbeknownst to the other. So they like walk in, see each other, and are like, "Oh my God." And then, chaos ensues. They're in this forced proximity situation. They're both poets, and Will, the love interest, he just can't stop writing about Lee. So it's like so juicy. It's my dream.
Yeah.
So just like I feel like if you like beach read, I'm really hoping that you would like this. It's almost as if like Gus and January were in college and like falling in love then instead of later. So yeah, if you like a writer's story, an academic rivals to lovers situation, kind of a second chance vibe, a lot of angst, a lot of pining,
So
then I
much.
hope this would be for you.
It is.
You heard it here first.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And when she says so much angst, so much pining, like again, it's so much. Like I was telling them before you arrived, I just feel like the lines are simmering on my Kindle. And
I love that.
I just feel like some of the scenes I just can't breathe. The tension that you woven throughout is
Oh,
epic.
I'm
And
so glad.
it's primary. Now it does jump in timeline a little bit.
A little,
And at
yeah.
one point when we go back, I'll just say 6 years because that's not going to
Yeah.
give anything away.
No.
But I was like, I audibly was like, yes! And I thought it was so, I mean, the way that you've decided to go in different timelines is very different from what I've seen, but it's like critical to the story rather than just being like, let me tell my friend, not Casey, I'm trying to think of her name. Is it Meg? Jen.
Yeah.
Jen. Let me just tell Jen what happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
rather than hear her tell the story, we get to jump back to that time finally and actually see what happened.
Yeah, I felt like that moment needed to be really seen on the page, like, so you could really see, like, every nuance of the interaction because it's such, like, a pivotal moment for them, and it really messes her up in a lot of ways in, like, a delicious way, but I feel like you need to really kinda, like, see so you can read between the lines, if you will, of, like, what is happening.
Right.
So yeah, that was one of the first scenes I wrote in the whole book because I really jump around as a writer. I don't go like chronologically. So I feel like I needed to know what happened in the past, like what messed them up, to inform the rest of the story. So that's like that was one of the first things I had to write. And yeah, it kind of set the tone.
Really
Angsty.
well done. Really well done.
Thank you.
So impressive. So impressive. Megan says, how great, how interesting that they're both poets. And it's Beach Read at College. Before you got here, I did compare you to Abby Jimenez and Emily Henry.
Oh, it's so nice. My God. Thank you.
I hate to compare because what if you're like, but Emily Henry, I don't like her. You know what I mean?
No. Trust me, I like her.
You said it. I was like, okay, then I can say it.
Oh, I love her.
But so obviously, let me tell you something that you already know. You're a writer. Now, as a writer, was this cathartic for you? Did you pull from your own experiences? And because I feel like she's really, a lot of her angst is also about her being good enough in her classes. And I thought, I wonder if you experienced anything like this or had a friend or something. Like, how did your own life kind of go into this?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think like Lee is definitely not me. I would have known Will is into me way earlier. I feel like she's delusional, but for like the purpose of the conflict, you need to amplify it. But yes, I mean, I feel like imposter syndrome is so very something I'm familiar with, and you could say. And so I feel like being in grad school and being with a lot of other talented writers, and you're just naturally comparing yourself to them, like trying to, because I was in an MFA program as well, and every week you would get a packet of other people's writing, and they would get your writing, and you are just kind of like reading it and evaluating it and looking critically at it. And so that's like really, it's like exhilarating, but it's so scary. It's very, very scary to like go to workshop one day and have everyone critique your work and you can't talk the entire time. Like that's in the book, but also in real life, like in a workshop model, it's like the writer is completely silent and they just have to take it. And so that's like so scary because you can't defend yourself. And if like you're misunderstood, that's that. Like you just kind of have to let it play out. And so I was very familiar with this sense of, being like misunderstood or not feeling like good enough to be there kind of. For sure. So I think a lot of this is like inspired by real life, but I unfortunately never fell in love at my program. I was already deep into my relationship when I went, but there were other people, there were a lot of couples in the group. And there actually was a moment like that is kind of similar to the book where I was sitting in workshop and some girl submits this poem and it's about this guy, but the guy was with another girl in the workshop. So we're all watching this silently and like we all know who it's about. And then the other girl stood up in the middle of the room and left. And I was like, I mean, the whole time it was it was shocking, but so delicious. Like, I feel like
Oh,
it
yes.
was so scary to watch because it was like you could cut the tension with a knife, but afterwards we were like, "Oof!" Like that was delicious. And so I feel like those moments as well really inspired the book because I wanted to like capture that feeling of like, "Oh my god, like is this about me?" Like it just this
Right.
whole thing.
Oh
It's
my
just
gosh.
a good environment for like a romance novel because things can really play out like in writing and in real life and yeah,
Yeah.
I had to use this material.
Oh, I mean, the vulnerability, I mean, I think that's what makes it so angsty. There's so much
Mhm.
tension because the vulnerability is so dangerous, and
Yeah.
and it's between the 2 of them, but also, like you're saying, in the MFA program, and we're getting such a hit of that so frequently. It's just it's so good. It's
Thank you.
sorry. I knew I was gonna yell at you. I knew I was gonna yell, like,
I
things
love
like
it.
not super helpful, just things that are exciting about I love Vi says, "That's wild." It is.
It was.
It is. I Shannon says, "I love how you described it as rivals to lovers. So many use enemies to lovers, but they aren't actual enemies."
I know, I agree. Part of it I feel like is kind of a marketing thing. I don't you may flip over the book. It might say enemies to lovers because my publisher put that. Like I feel like it's just kind of I feel like a marketing term, but I totally agree. Unless it's kind of like in a fantasy setting where it's like rival lands or whatever. Like
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
contemporary situation, it usually just kind of like, ah, you rub me the wrong way. Like it's not that deep.
Right,
So for
right.
sure, they're like kind of competing against each other for a fellowship, and there also is just kind of like a bad vibe like at the beginning simmering between them. But yeah, I totally agree. It's not like a proper enemies to lovers. Though I love that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't we all? Yeah, we do. What made you wanna be an author?
It's a I just found myself here. I don't know, like, I always wanted to be a writer. I mean, at first, I thought I was gonna be a poet, I never studied fiction, like, formally. My degree is in poetry, and
Get out.
so
Oh,
I I mean, I wrote a lot of short stories in school, and I was, like, in these little, like, writing competitions in middle school, and I did all sorts of things like that, but I truly never thought I would write a book. It was just that a couple years ago, I got laid off from a job that I really liked, and so I had all this free time all of a sudden, and I kinda wanted to do something just for myself, and I was reading a lot of romance at the time and was seeking comfort, obviously, like, in a I was just feeling weird and, unsettled. And so after reading like a ton, 3 books a week, I was kind of like, what if I do one? Like, what if I try to write one? And so,
yeah.
yeah, this is that. But it's, yeah, so it just kind of happened really organically. I really never thought this would happen. Like I'm as shocked as anyone. Like I could have never have guessed. But I'm
Well,
delighted. I'm delighted to be here.
I am delighted. We are all gonna be delighted. I'm so thankful. Take us through the journey to publishing this book.
Yeah, I mean, it really kind of was a whirlwind. After I got laid off, just kind of started the book. I wrote. It took about 3 months to get a first draft, and then I started, giving it to friends and people like old classmates from my grad program who were writers, and just people who I knew were interested in romance, and just kind of did a couple rounds of feedback with them, and then I just started like there's something called querying when you kind of like submit a resume and a sample of your work to like literary agents. And so I did that, and that was honestly really fast. And then we started submitting it to like editors. That was also really fast. I mean, the whole thing just really came together so quickly. Um, which is good because I still made it as like traumatic as possible for myself. Like if there's one thing I know how to do in life, it's suffer. Like I was like, how can we just ramp my anxiety disorder all the way up? So I feel like it was still stressful, but yeah, I'm
Oh.
so grateful for how it turned out. Like
Oh,
and yeah.
just amazing. Just amazing. And how specifically did you get the idea for this story? I know you said you kind of started with that. Well, I won't talk. I'll let you talk. The idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew an MFA would be an interesting setting for a romance,
Yes, yes.
because I thought it hadn't been done at the time. I think there are a couple books set in MFAs now, but at the time, like there were no books in that, and I was like, this is juicy, this is interesting. But then more so, like there was my friend in high school was really into this guy who was like very much this pretentious literary man, and he was insufferable, just like so obnoxious, but also so hot. Like we were all just completely enamored. He was just so confident and like, you know, he was a little bit older, whatever. And he had self-published this book, like in high school, which now looking back is so pretentious, but at the time we were like, oh my God, like so sexy. Like we thought it was so hot. So like
Yeah.
my friend really had a crush on this guy, and he actually went to Middlebury, so which is like part of like the college that I that Will
Yes.
went to in the book. So a lot of
Yes.
it was plucked from real life. Don't tell her. But so nothing ever worked out with them, but I was always sort of like fascinated by this type, like this type of guy who is so closed off, pretentious, seemingly so. And like I was trying to think, what if it had worked out? Like what would have taken? Like what kind of woman would have really destabilized this guy? Like like who would really like
Mhm.
cause them to like fall apart, become really
Mm.
vulnerable?
Mm.
And like fall in love and like ruin his life in a good way. Like what would that look like? And
Yes.
that just kind of like set me off on this.
Yes. I'm eating it with a spoon. I love it so much. Shannon says something I was actually thinking. Is it bad to say that we're kind of lucky you were laid off? I'm sorry you went through that, but we're thrilled with the result.
Shannon, it's delightful. I am delighted. I too am happy because I mean, I don't think I would have done this otherwise. I don't know. Like I
Right.
just feel like I was comfortable. Like Lee, I'm also like I'm a copywriter as my day job. And so you know, I probably just would have been very comfortable doing that for a long time. And I do feel like a lot of authors, it is those periods of like unsettlement that kind of causes you to, I think a lot of people, for instance, like started writing during the pandemic. It's like those moments that cause you to look back on like your life and you're kind of like, I'm not loving what I'm doing. I should do something else. So
Right.
I too am glad. So thank you.
Sock says, I also like antagonists to lovers as a
Yeah,
phrase.
that's a good phrase. And I think that that's like pretty I think that's pretty representative of like what this is.
Oh my gosh. Who are your greatest influences, would you say?
I mean, I love Emily Henry, of course, and that was like
Yes.
her work, I think, was really my gateway drug into romance. But I also love Tia Williams so much. Like 7 Days in June. If you
Oh.
read that, oh my God. I mean, I read that book and wanted to die afterwards. Like it was truly like just a stunning novel. And I think Tia
Ooh.
is so like her prose is so like crisp, and she infuses it with a lot of like pop culture references, but it still feels timeless. Like I feel like sometimes I know as readers, like some people hate like a TikTok reference. And I kind of feel that too, because I feel like occasionally it can date the book. But I think Tia finds
Mm.
a way to like make something still feel culturally relevant and fresh, but also really like timeless and beautiful. And I love her work.
Mhm.
And then I also, my favorite author though is actually not a romance author, but is Curtis Sittenfeld. I don't know if you've read
Oh,
work, but
yeah.
like Prep was her debut novel, and that was the book I feel like that really made me into a reader. Like I loved that book so much, and I feel like her
Mhm.
work. She's also from Ohio, like me, and so I feel like I just really saw myself in her. Like I just love her work, and I feel like she just writes you really can get to the core of the matter. Like she just writes so expressively, and I always feel like she notices these little micro moments and emotions that I've never seen like other writers talk about, and I really like I love that so much, and I feel like she's a big influence as well.
Neat. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. Um, and name the book again that you mentioned? The one from
But
the author
t-
Curtis Sittenfeld's
Prep was her debut.
Rep. Okay,
That book
sorry. I
is
think I'm
so good.
interesting, interesting. Molly says, "I'll definitely look for your book the next time I go to Target."
Thank you. Let me know. It's there.
Yeah. Only in romance can we say we want to die after finishing a book or that it ripped our heart out and it's the nice highest of praise.
I agree. I just wanna be wrecked, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like some people, they read and they just are really looking for, like, escapism, which I is delightful, and, like, that's really what drew me into romance as well, but I feel like more and more these days, I really wanna settle in and feel like I wanna die after. Like, I wanna be really, like, emotionally, like, transformed. Like,
Yes.
I wanna feel ill. Like, I feel like that That's what the goal is.
I tell you what, I mean, that's how I'm feeling right now, not finishing the book yet. I'm finishing it today. I'll be
Let me
like,
know. Oh
I
god, I
mean,
really hope it's still good by the end. What if you're
oh,
like,
I cannot imagine.
keep me updated.
I mean, it's so good.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
so good. It's so good. I'm so excited. What is your writing process like? Where? When? When do you like to do it?
I mean, when I was writing You Between the Lines, I did get another job pretty quickly, and it was the kind of office job where we could work from home a lot and like, don't tell anyone, but I was writing a little like during, when I had some free time. And
Sure.
so that was really great because I feel like in an ideal scenario, I'm like most awake from like 12 to 3 and like anything but it's like, are you a morning person or are you a night person? I'm like, no, neither.
Neither.
I have a hard time just with anything, and so I feel like I'm struggling a bit now, and now I have another job that's like it's like quite like I really cannot do that, and so I'm struggling a little with kind of where and when I'm writing, but now it's
Hmm,
kind of like the weekends if I have like a moment at night, but it's hard. I mean, my since my day job is copywriting, it's kind of like, I do my 9 to 6 of writing, and then, you go home and I'm supposed to write again. It's like I just want to
right.
watch the White Lotus and eat. Like, so I feel like it's hard to find the right time. But yeah, I
Mm,
mean, I feel like my process
mhm.
otherwise, I like to involve people. I like to get opinions. I really like bouncing ideas with my old classmates or just friends, or other like debut authors that I've been close with.
Nice.
It's just good to get more eyes. Like I feel like it never hurts,
Sure.
even though it ultimately is like a relatively solitary exercise, but I like
Mm.
trying to make it fun, trying to bring other people into the mix.
I love that. I love that. We have a rec here, actually. Emily says you should read The Idea of You by Robin Lee, which is Tia Williams's close friend.
I've heard this one is great. I haven't read it, but I've heard because this is the one that the Amazon movie is, right? Oh no. I think I might have frozen.
Oh, good.
Right. I
My
this
internet sorry?
Wi-Fi is very it's shaky in the woods. I'm
I
so sorry.
know, I tell you, I just lost yes, somebody says, "B, you froze." I thought it was a good look when I froze. I'm
I
sure it
know, I hate
wasn't.
it when it's not.
I'm sure it was the most unflattering. Yes, my internet just completely wiped out. I don't know what in the world just happened. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so sorry, it's fine.
And I was like, "Wait, she's frozen too." Oh, and I thought, "Oh, it's probably me." Anyway,
We're
yes, I'm
back.
frozen. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Sorry. It's been a while since I've done that to one of my guests. My apologies.
No problem.
We're gonna be wrapping up too, because I told you I'd keep you to 30 minutes. So, where can we find you? Where would you like us to look for you on the web, Instagram, all that good stuff? Where do you like us to look?
My Instagram is Katie Naymon, my name writes. So that's that. Please
Yes.
tag me, DM me. I love to talk to readers. It's super rewarding
Oh.
and fun. And my website where I have like event information since I'm going on like a mini book tour is katienaymonbooks.com. So
Oh.
yeah, I would love to connect. I genuinely love talking to people, and every time someone comes into the DMs and like an all caps like situation, I'm feral. Like I love that. I live for that. So it's like it's the dopamine I crave. So please.
Oh, good. Then it was welcome this morning when I was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
you're amazing."
I loved it. Of course.
I love it. So you're going to be going on a book tour soon. That's so
Yes,
exciting.
it is.
Without having to tell us like all the dates and all the things, but are you touring a particular region of the US, for example, or?
I'm hitting up kind of the spots that I have like little communities. So I'm in Ohio tonight, where I'm from, and then
Oh,
go to North Carolina, which is where my MFA was, and where I'm going to the
oh,
bookstore where I did my thesis reading, which is very exciting, and that's like a big pivotal
oh,
part of the book too. So it's like really going back to the roots.
yes.
And then next Monday I'll be in New York City as well, since I have a lot of friends there, and we're doing like a nice little event. And so yeah, so if you're in any of those states,
Yeah.
please stop by. I would definitely
Oh,
love to meet people, and
so
yeah,
exciting. So exciting. I
thank
just want
you.
to thank you again for being here. And
My God,
I mean,
thank you for
I'm
having
just
me.
so thrilled. So thrilled. Like I said, you guys heard it here first. She's gonna be huge. Gonna be huge. Are you thinking about another book? Or
Of
no,
course.
because you're so busy. Ah!
I'm always mulling. I'm always thinking. I can't say much, but I
Okay.
think my brand, I really want to be like high yearning, high sexual tension. I just want people to like become unable to breathe, as you said. I want to, put you on a ventilator. I just want people to be messed up. So I feel like that's hopefully I can continue messing people up through books.
You heard it
That's
here
all I
first,
want.
guys. Get that quote on. Hopefully it's just you messing people up.
Get
And
sick.
we love it. And we love it. Because that's the other thing that they all know about me. I like a certain amount of angst without like it being like way too dramatic
No,
and
of course. I don't want necessarily trauma, but I want like just
right.
juicy, delicious, like
Yes,
ooh, like
that is what I'm
yeah,
talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So they all because they already know if I'm gushing about it, that's what it is. Because sometimes I'm like, it was too hard, it was too dark, it was
yeah,
too
yeah, yeah.
stressful.
I'm with
But
you.
it's
I want the same
not
kind of book as
like that.
well.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. But yeah.
Good.
Oh, it's so great. I'm just so excited. I'm gonna go and find hopefully you in Target. If you're not there, I'm going to Barnes and Noble. I'm dragging
Thank
my
you.
5-year-old with me. It'll be great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on,
Of
and we'll
course.
say goodbye. And I know everybody's like saying, "Have a great book tour."
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
So
so nervous. I
it's
feel like I'm gonna
okay.
go to and be like, I have my I don't know if have you read any Jen Devon?
No.
Bend Toward the Sun, is her debut. B, you would
Oh.
love this. This is, like, gorgeous writing, like, so juicy, angsty, highly recommend her books, but I'm in conversation with her tonight in Ohio. She's one of my favorite authors, and I was telling her, I was like, "I'll be the one throwing up in the corner." Like, I'm nervous. I think it'll be fine, but,
Oh.
like, there will be
Yeah.
chaos within, so
Right, 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 right. Oh,
wish
but
me luck.
and then it'll be over and you'll be like, "I did that."
I
And
hope
it'll be
so.
amazing.
I hope so.
Well, just think of all of us here rooting for you. We're gonna be giving you all our positive vibes, and you're
Thank you,
gonna
I
have a
need it.
great time. I'm telling you, we're all good with the good vibes here.
I love that.
I'm telling you, thank you for joining us. They're saying, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Katie. Congratulations. Can't wait to get my hands on your
Let me
book.
know what you think. Thank
I
you.
love it. I love it. Shannon says, my only issue, it's going to take a few days to get to me. I
I
cannot
know,
wait
they're
to read
so
it.
slow, I know. Well, hope
We'll
it's
get there.
fast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you take care and
You too.
we'll keep in touch. We'll keep up with you.
Please.
We'll let you know if we find it at Target and have a
Please do.
great book tour.
Thank you so much, B. It's such nice to be with everyone today, so
Yes,
thank
so
you.
good to see you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
I love it. I love it. Wasn't she wonderful? Oh, she's wonderful. Wait until you read the book. I'm telling you. I mean, you guys don't hear me like this all the time, right? I mean, it's especially exceptional. So, okie dokie. Who wants to do a sprint? I think we should. I think we should do a sprint. Let's do a 30-minute sprint until 11. And then I'm going to talk to you about so many more releases that are coming out this week. And I've got a lot of pop-in videos from authors too that I cannot wait to share. You're going to love them. There's one especially I can't wait to show you. Oh my heavens, I tell you. All right. So, because it's still February, I have another fun. Let's do that love heart race again with with the lipstick like Sock had. I think I remember Sock saying like, "Oh, I used green lipstick." I think that would be fun. But yeah, I think we should definitely do a sprint. We'll get some productivity going. We'll get some reading going. If I have time, I'm going to read more of the book. I'm so excited. So let me share my screen with you guys. Nope, that's not it. Share screen. Okay. All righty. And then are we all looking? Perfect. We've got it set. Pick ya hot. We've got 3 with bows today. I always have to go with my favorite color, purple. So I'm going there. Let me know what color you are, if you're a bow person or not. And let's get sprinting. And I will talk to you guys again in 30 minutes. Can't wait to hear what you guys did and or what you read. Let's do it. Vi, you did it! And Paige, awesome. Yellow is the winner, and everybody else looks happy but tired. I love it. We got some nice comments while we were sprinting. Let me know, by the way, in the comments how your time went. If you got anything done, if you got any good reading done, let us know. Let's see. I love Sock says purple for today's lipstick. Hi, Dee. Just joined in time for the race. She picked red. Sadly, as you know, it didn't win. I picked purple and I was like, oh, well, but happy for the yellow people. Crystal Wolf says, howdy, howdy. I'm popping in for some writing sprints. Nice to meet everyone. Oh, awesome. We're so glad you're here, Crystal. Oh, and Emily, you're so dear. Saying hi to Crystal and Dee. That's so great. Kristen says, I just got back from running little bro and the neighbor kid to school. You're the best big sister. I tell you, Kristen, you're amazing. Vi is celebrating. Sock says, editing the unhaul. Got a fair amount done. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we know how long editing can take. I personally got to read some more of her book, Katie Naymon's book, which, of course, as we know, is You Between the Lines. It's just so good. It's so good. I'm really excited about it. I haven't felt this excited about an arc in a long time. And I've read so many lovely ones, really. But this one is extra special. I can feel it. I can feel it. Let's talk about some other books that are coming out today, as well as the rest of this week. They're kind of peppered throughout the week. It's very interesting. We'll start with The Crash Course by Elvie Everly. Try saying that 3 times fast. Oh, and before I continue, Molly says she won and she got 19 more pages in Phantasma. Wow, awesome. On page 154. I hope you're still enjoying it. That's great. So this book that's out also today is Crash Course by, as I mentioned, by Elvie Everly. And she was thinking about coming on and doing a video, but she says she's too shy. So I said, well, we're still going to talk about your book anyway, because it sounds really interesting, especially for those of us that enjoy race car type romance. It says, she saved his life. Now he'll save her love life. Reese Van has a couple of goals for her sophomore year of college: focus on her classes, determine how to handle her overprotective sister, and work up the courage to ask out Caleb, the boy she's been crushing on for a year now. Rescuing a stranger from near certain death is not part of the plan. That's got to be interesting. Dane Kingsley has a couple of rules he's been following to avoid his father's scrutiny: lie low, stay out of trouble, and don't fall back into his old habits. Unfortunately, almost receiving a crowbar to the face is anything but lying low. When Dane offers Reese a favor for saving his life, he never expects the shy girl to ask him for dating advice. And while the last thing Dane wants is to play Coach Cupid, he'll give her some pointers if she asks for them. Sort of. It's not his fault if his suggestions are far from helpful. He's a car enthusiast, not a love doctor. That's an excellent point. Helping Reese win Caleb over is the deal. Falling for her isn't. Declaring his attraction to her for the half of the school to hear is definitely not part of it either. But Dane has no choice. After all, she saved his life. The least he can do is save her love life. Sounds very inventive, kind of different. I love it. I love it. We also have coming out today, The Benefactor to the Baroness by Melissa Kendall. I'm going to read you a bit more about this, but first I want to have you see this gal herself. Wait until you see her outfit. I love it. She's a very interesting character. I think she writes very interesting characters, and get ready. So you're going to love this. Okay. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. She goes, I love it. Here we go.
It's my book launch day! If you're interested in reading a sapphic Victorian historical romance about a woman who travels across the ocean with a baroness to investigate reports of orphans going missing in London, check it out! Available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. Thank you!
Isn't she a character? I guess she did a pretty good job of explaining what her book is about. But oh my gosh, there you are! It's you! Ah! I love it! Oh my gosh. And your profile pic has you all dressed up. I love it. I was just going to say, I was talking about how I love that you dressed up and that you had mentioned that you love any opportunity to dress up. If you guys go to her Instagram, which is linked in my description box, you can see all kinds of amazing outfits that she wears. Melissa, since you're here for a sec, can I ask you, where do you get your outfits? I have to know. I might even, if you're, I don't mean to put you on the spot. I totally have, but you're here. I love it. Can you tell us where you get your outfits? And I think I need to show everybody your Instagram because your outfits are so cool. I know. Is she sitting in a gondola? It does look like she's in a gondola. And Melissa can also tell us, right? You've got to see. Let me run over to her Instagram. Since we're talking about this and since she's here, I love it so much. And the book sounds very intriguing too. I love the cover and I love the, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Okay, wait till you see this. You got to see. Okay, gotta share my screen. Oh, here she is. She's saying, thank you. I make some of them. You make some of them and others I buy from recollections and Etsy creators. Okay, Melissa Kendall, I think we need to have you on at some point and talk about this because we love talking about costumes and what's appropriate for that time period and things like that. I think you would be so much fun and you could talk about your books. We've got to get you on, not to put you on the spot again. I also just finished restoring a 115-year-old lace Edwardian gown. Stop. I can't. This is amazing. Okay, we're going to run over to your Instagram right now. We have to do it. Okay, we're going to go, oh, for Pete's sake. You have to stop sharing one screen before you share another screen. Okay, here we are. Boom. Okay. I'm in love with this. She's so surprised. I love it. But these outfits. Look at this. You guys have to go visit her on Instagram. I mean, look, and I love the dragonfly pin too, and the tiara. We have some tiara enthusiasts that are here. People are going to be, yes. I will message you. We will get you on. Oh, I'm so excited. This will be such a fun deep dive into costumes, period dress, your writing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yes. Nice tiara. I knew Sak was going to be excited about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at this. I'm just loving it. And I love the different facial expressions. You are so fun. I can't. I feel like there's a story behind each picture. Melissa. Oh, I cannot. Are you just living your best life? Look at you. I can't. Oh, I want to be you when I grow up. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm way geeking out on this right now. I need to get myself back on track. Oh, fab. Yes, D. Yes. Please dress up. Yes. Please dress up when you visit. Yes. Oh my gosh. That would be so fun. They're giving Rachel Dratch energy. Oh, I do love that. Okay, I'm not just gonna, because maybe I should, stop. And I just love it so much. Okay, I'm just getting distracted. The poses, the looks. I mean, I feel like we're getting a story here. And these gowns, I mean, come on. Yeah, we need to hear all about this. There's just no way I can do you justice just doing this quickly. Okay, we could go on and on. I want to wait and save some things for when you come on. I'm going to message you later today. And yeah, she says, of course I will dress up. Yay. Yeah, I love your expressions. Yes, she does look like she's in the middle of a BBC drama. I love it. Okay. This is too fun. Ooh, Molly asks, how many dresses do you have? So beautiful. These photos are giving me life. I know, Shannon. Do tell us, Melissa, how many do you have? We need to know. See, now this is just gonna veer into another interview. Poor Melissa. She's like, I didn't know this was gonna happen. We are very excited. Look at this one. What's happening? I just want to know, like, what's happening in all these pictures. Oh, I can't. Oh, I love it so much. Yes, you must come on. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop looking. Okay. Melissa says 18 at last count. I've acquired several ones over the winter that I have to wait until the summer to take photos with. Oh my gosh. So exciting. So exciting. Okay. All right. So I promised everybody that I was going to go over the other new releases, and I actually have some other videos from some other authors too. But I know that I could spend all day looking at this and talking to you. But I promise I'm going to do the other releases. But we're going to have you on soon, Melissa. I'm so excited. Shannon says, these photos make me feel like I'm missing out on a lot of juicy gossip that I need to know. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like what's going on? I just love it. I mean, that half the fun is the poses and the facial expressions too. It's so fun. Okay, I'm going to focus. Wait, let me just watch her video one more time because she's so fun and cute. Okay, we're going to watch your video one more time, Melissa, because it's here. You ready? And then you get to see her spin and everything. Okay, we're going to do that.
It's my book launch day! If you're interested in reading a sapphic Victorian historical romance about a woman who travels across the ocean with a baroness to investigate reports of orphans going missing in London, check it out. Available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. Thank you!
Oh, I just love it. I just love it. And I told her too when I reached out to her and we talked about it. I didn't say, please wear a costume. Although I really wanted to, but I didn't want to do that. And then when she did, I was like, yes, that's what I wanted. I was so excited. So yes, Melissa, thank you for being on just now. Thank you for your video. Thank you for your amazing, super fun Instagram that I'm going to be perusing again later. And I will be messaging you. We will have you on and it will be amazing. Amazing. Really looking forward to it. So that is her book that just came out today. If that sounds interesting at all, be sure to check it out. We have another new release. This one is also coming out February 18th. This is Lauren Blakely. Many of you have mentioned that you are fans of Lauren Blakely. I still haven't yet read her. And I really need to. And this might be what does it for me. This is Ballers and Babes Book 1. So not only is it the first book or a new release, but it's also the first in a new series by Lauren Blakely. It says, when the hot new quarterback desperately needs a fake girlfriend, he turns to his best friend's sister, only to find that she may turn out to be the woman of his dreams, even though she's been right there all along. When I enter the most valuable Playboy charity auction, my goal is simple: be the player who goes for the most dough. But when trouble shows up at the auction, I need a whole new play. Enter Violet. She's my best friend's sister, and she's my close friend too, with a smile as sweet as cherry pie and a mind that runs quicker than the 40-yard dash. Violet saves the day with the highest bid. I don't even give her a 2-minute warning before I kiss her in front of the whole crowd and then announce that she's my girlfriend, which would be fine, except my agent tells me we've got to keep up the act while he's negotiating my contract. Violet takes one for the team and pretends to be mine, and soon our boyfriend-girlfriend scrimmage quickly turns into a full contact sport. But falling for her wasn't in the playbook. Looks really fun. And I know many of you are very into Brother's Best Friend. So there you have that. I know why we're still talking about how Melissa writes her own books and makes her own gowns. I know. So talented. So very talented. I love that. We've also got friend of the show, Lindsay Hammeroff. She's got a book coming out today that I need to start reading today or tomorrow. Never Planned on You, which is out today. We've had her on in the past, and she wasn't able to make it today, but I'm still so excited to enjoy yet another book by her. Some of you may remember the book Till. Oh golly, now I can't think of it. This is like the Georgette Heyer debacle all over again. she wrote a book recently, her most recent release last year, about a rock star and a gal, and I wound up giving that best song for 2024. And the book is about a song that this guy, who's initially he's just a low level like rock guy who's hoping to make it big, and he does, having written the song about our heroine and just how they navigate that. So I was really excited to see that she had come up with another really unique story. In fact, as I'm looking at this, what was her other book? I'm going to click on this right now because it's going to drive me nuts. It was Till There Was You. I thought that's what it was. Okay. But the book that came out today is Never Planned on You, which I'm really excited to read and enjoy. Now I want cake. I know, right? I love it. Oh, and for the previous book, we're hearing on this, hitting some of my favorite tropes. I know, Emily, truly. And all the football puns. Yeah, it's really cute. It's really cute. So let's talk more, though, about Never Planned on You by Lindsay Hammeroff. A glittering, laugh out loud second chance romance that reminds us true love is sometimes the one thing that you never planned on. Allie Rubin has a reputation for spontaneity, like that time she made a drunken bet in London that led to matching tattoos with a stranger. Her joie de vivre, hopefully is how you pronounce that, I think, is one of her best qualities. She lives every day to the fullest and follows her dreams wherever they take her. Love that energy. And now they're taking her from her career as a chef in New York City back home to Baltimore, where she's interning as a wedding planner. Despite the occasional fantasy about her British tattoo twin, Allie never expected to see Graham again. So no one is more surprised than she is when he turns up in Baltimore ordering a latte at her favorite cafe. When they reconnect during an enchanting evening together, Allie can't help but wonder if Graham might be someone special. At the same time, she's desperate to succeed in her new career and prove that she isn't the family flake. When she gets a job planning a high profile wedding in a historic hotel, it seems like things are finally falling into place. That is until, you guessed it, Graham turns out to be the groom. Graham's family owns the once grand, now struggling Black-Eyed Susan. And he's returned to Baltimore to help his grandmother get it back on its feet, the hotel I think they're referring to. He's certain that hosting a wedding at the hotel is just the publicity boost it needs. Allie's boss agrees and promises Allie a full-time gig if the affair goes off without a hitch. Unfortunately, Allie and Graham can't seem to ignore their rekindled chemistry, especially when it's revealed that Graham and his fiancée are planning a marriage of convenience. Again, all the tropes. Still, staying away from each other is the best thing they can do, since giving in to their growing feelings might cost them everything. Because when it comes to love, all bets are off. I love it. Oh, golly. Joie. Oh, joie de vivre. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Terry. Terry's always going to help me with the French pronunciations. I love it. We also have The Lion's Legacy by Sara, Adrien. Now, this is coming out tomorrow. This cover, by the way, his blue eyes, these ice blue eyes really captured me. And then in the front, we see a little kitten. I didn't notice that until much later. I was like, oh, and there's also a kitten. Oh, and we also have a woman running away in the background. It's similar to Melissa Kendall's Instagram photos. You just know there's a story there. You just need to know what's happening. And we'll get a little bit more about what's happening in the story from the author herself, Sara, Adrien, who has joined us via video. Let's see what she had to say.
Connected to my series Miracles on Harley Street, and it's all about doctors, medical drama. Think about it like Grey's Anatomy combined with Bridgerton and Downton Abbey, and add some princes and princesses from foreign countries, add lots of steamy romance, and some really, really fun characters who are going to make this super, super sweet and really exciting for you to read.
And I promise I didn't mess up the video. She sort of started like right away. She was very excited. So I don't want you to think I accidentally cut off the beginning. She said her whole thing, I promise. It sounds very neat. I love the Grey's Anatomy reference. I think that's really cool. I love hearing about doctors from the past. I just think that's going to be a really interesting idea to explore. I love what Terry says. I saw the kitten first. Too funny. Too funny. And you have flowers on the cover. I see what Terry's doing there. That could be an April book club pick. Thank you, Terry. Hot man and a kitten checking all the boxes. You got that right, Emily. What more can you ask for, right? I tell you. Oh, I love it. We also have, we've got all these videos. I have so many tabs. You know what happens when I have too many tabs? I end up leaving by accident. And I've already frozen today, so no more things can go wrong, right? I'm going to knock on some wood right now. We also have coming out February 20th, this 2 days from today, The Incident at Ingleton by Anne Rollins. Now, again, we see some gorgeous flowers on the cover. But notice this guy is, and it's on KU. I'm sure Shannon is referring to The Lion's Legacy. Thank you, Shannon, very much for that. Guys, take note. I am in love with his spectacles. I don't know. I mean, has anybody, think about it. Raise your hand if you have seen an historical romance where the hero is wearing glasses. I've seen glasses on covers. Or, step backs where they're sort of along the side or someone is holding them. But I don't think I have seen glasses on the hero in an historical romance. I really don't. Richard Gere. Wait a minute. Are we saying that he looks like Richard Gere or this gentleman looks like Richard Gere? This one? Spectacles. Yes. I'm excited for the Dr. Quinn medicine woman vibes. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Only once or twice have we seen spectacles on a gentleman on a cover. Love a hero with spectacles on a cover. I know, right? That's like a type. Men with glasses, right? We never talk about that, but it's a type. I've seen glasses only on women in historical romances. Well, then you're right. It's about time. Right, D? I'm telling you. I haven't seen any, but I wish I saw more. Glasses on a hero are fan's face. Truly, Shannon. Yes. Glasses dude looks like Richard Gere. Just making sure, Sock. That's what I figured you meant. I wanted to double check. Hey, that's not going to hurt though, right? Richard Gere. Kristen says, nope, it's always a surprise in the story. OMG, you can't see. Thank God you're not perfect. Yes, Anne Rollins cover. He looks like Richard Gere. Yes. Let's learn a little bit more about this one. This is Beaumont Secrets, Book 3. A lady, I love this, the way they relate it to Jane Austen in the beginning. A lady in possession of a bad reputation must be in want of a reputable husband. After a heartbreaking public scandal, Lady Hester Bracknell flees London and the Ton to live with her brother in the country. Oh, I'm already ready for this. I love a good country setting. In rural Ingleton, she meets two very different young men. Dashing Neville Butler, a curate with an interest in philanthropy, and serious, bespectacled Walter Hayworth, scion of a wealthy merchant family. Hester needs to avoid all romance, lest she further damage her reputation, but sometimes love has other plans. Walter Hayworth is hot on the trail of the criminal who embezzled money from his family's holdings. His search unwittingly leads him to his cousin's country estate, where an unexpected gathering may hold the answers. And the criminal he seeks. He can't afford any distractions, but Lady Hester Bracknell may derail his mission in the best of ways. Coming from different social classes and driven by different interests, Hester and Walter seem to have nothing in common. But as the social gatherings of a little country town continually bring them together, they might find love if they can move past unfavorable first impressions. And you can find it in Kindle Unlimited. That sounds really neat. I'm intrigued. He looks like Richard Gere's character from the movie Unfaithful. Oh, I remember that movie. Oh my gosh. Terry says Beaumont is another way to say the ton, and it means beautiful people. Oh, thank you, Terry. You're always teaching me. I wonder which guy she meets that she'll end up with. Excellent question, Megan. That just begged the question right off the bat, right? I love it. This one, now this is a little bit out there. It's still a romance, but it's like a historical fiction with romance. But the more I get to know our crowd, the more I feel like this is still on the nose for our community. So I decided to include this. This is Stardust by Hope Sitar. I definitely want to read you more about this. I cannot talk today. Today everything's going wrong. But I'm going to sing about it. Okay, so Stardust, a sweeping historical novel of love, secrets, and betrayal during World War II, part of the American Songbook series. 1938, Paris, if you couldn't get that from the cover. War is looming, and 18-year-old Daisy Blakely arrives in Paris as apprentice to the renowned fashion designer Coco Chanel. Enchanted by the beauty and glamour of the City of Light, Daisy's life is a whirlwind of couture and culture. And when she meets charming and enigmatic Jean-Claude Jacob, a Jewish doctor, an instant connection cements Daisy's happiness. Everything changes when the Germans march into the city. Daisy and Jean-Claude join the resistance, but her world comes crashing down when Jean-Claude is taken by the Gestapo. Learning to live with her loss, Daisy's life becomes one of secrets and danger as she works tirelessly to undermine the Nazi regime. The arrival of German soldier Fritz, causes Daisy to question everything she thought she knew about life and love as she's drawn to a man tied to the enemy she has vowed to defeat. But Fritz may not be all that he seems. At a time when the world is torn apart by secrets and betrayal, how will Daisy know who to trust? More importantly, how will she know who to love? Set against the breathtaking backdrop of war-torn Paris, Stardust is an unforgettable and moving romance of courage, betrayal, and resilience. I just thought this was really neat, so I included it. I don't know if this is anyone's cup of tea. I get the sense that it is. You're welcome also to say, this is not in our wheelhouse. What are we doing? It's a little darker, a little heavier than we tend to go for, but still, it looked really riveting. So I chose to include it. Molly says, I love historical fiction. I've been getting that from a lot of people. Yes, Terry's saying, and this is also on KU. Sounds great. Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, the more I get to know about us, the more I feel like this could absolutely be something that would be riveting for many of us. Right, Cassandra? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear. We also have Anna Harrington's The Duke's Only Desire, which is out February 21st. I really, really want to read Anna Harrington. Let me know if you have read her. I've heard so many good things. And this we have book 3 of The Dukes of Darkness. I love this purple cover, by the way. A simple twist of fate brings a second chance at love. His only desire. Lady Sophie Winter and Shay Douglas fell in love the moment they met, but she had been contracted for marriage to his older brother John. And as a second son, Shay had been destined for a soldier's life. Their love could never be until a tragic fire changed everything. Cursed by the events of that night and accusations, he murdered his own brother to claim the dukedom and his brother's fiancée for himself. Shay retreated to his isolated estate, a scarred and broken man. In fact, you can see the scars on his face on this cover. Determined to live out the rest of his days in self-exile and never see Sophie again. His only desire is the woman he can never have. Fate has other plans. 10 years later, on the night that Sophie plans to announce her engagement, Shay returns to enforce the old marriage contract that weds her to the Duke of Malvern. To him. Forced unwillingly. Does anybody else have goosebumps, by the way? Forced unwillingly into a marriage to the man who irreparably shattered her heart, Sophie must find a way to finally exorcise the ghosts of their past and heal the scars that torture both of them, or forever end all hope for love. Also free on Kindle Unlimited. I know. I know. Usually they don't show the scars on the cover. You just have to take their word for it that they have them. Exactly, Sock. It's always like the other side of their face. This is the first time we're seeing new things in covers I've just never seen. Yep. Yes. Beauty and the Beast retelling. Bing, bing, bing. You got it, Shannon. That's right. I like that they actually put the scars on his face. Agreed. Yes, let's go there. Let's go there. Terry saw it first. Oh, Terry, you're so good. I love the cover. Love all the purple on the cover. I know. And I'm so glad to hear that you think Stardust sounds good. Good. I just wanted to make sure I was talking about things that people were going to be interested in. Want to make everyone's time fruitful. So that was the Duke's Only Desire, which again, I mean, there's so many good ones. We also have Not Another Rock Star by Kate Callahan. This one's coming out February 21st. Who knew falling in love could be so dangerous? Let's find out a little bit more about this from the author herself.
Lovelies, Kate Callahan here. I just want to say thank you so much for taking an interest in Not Another Rockstar. I hope you love Axel and Phoebe's thrilling adventure. If you love a romantic suspense with lots of banter, some off-limits romance, this is definitely the book for you. It's available anywhere you want to get your books, Kindle Unlimited, Barnes & Noble. There are signed copies on my website, and like that they come with bookmarks and stickers and just a few merchy bits. And yeah, I just really hope you love their story. It means so much to me.
I didn't cut anything off there. She was done. Isn't that great? First of all, I love her accent. And I love that if you order from her website, which is linked in my description box, she'll sign it. You'll get some fun things as well. I just think that's so fun. And I love the topic of this story. I think it's going to be really fun. Really fun. Oh, Cassandra's also agreeing with the previous story, A Beauty and the Beast retelling. I think you're absolutely right. So that was the lovely Kate Callahan talking about her book. As I mentioned, comes out on the 21st. So in just a couple of days. Then we also have, but wait, there's more. I know it's hard to believe. This, guys, you're going to eat this up. You're going to eat this up. The Mysteries of Pendawar Hall by Siri James. It's a Victorian historical mystery. It is book it's book 1 of the audacious Sisterhood of Smoke and Fire. She vowed to solve a murder. And look again, look at the gown, look at the cape. We got the beautiful background. We've got a waterfall. We've got the ocean. We've got mountains or hills. Is that a castle? It's very unusual looking. It looks so good. I'm so excited. And we got a magnifying glass. It's ticking again, all the boxes, just like Emily said earlier. She vowed to solve a murder. Now she's in danger of losing her heart and her very life. Diana Taylor, a bright and spirited governess who has sworn off love, is sent to Pendawar Hall in Cornwall to honor a pledge. She vows to teach her godmother's niece and to find out who was behind the suspicious death of the former baronet. But her new charge is also a mystery, as is the man who inherited the ancient coastal estate, the charismatic but brooding Royal Navy captain William Falbrook, who is home on leave to recover from an injury. As Diana investigates, her feelings for the enigmatic Captain Falbrook blossom, and her guard goes up. Pendawar Hall is brimming with secrets, as well as a frightening legend about a mermaid's curse. What is behind the mysterious footsteps in the night? Is there more to the story of the tragic deaths of the former baronet's wife and son? What secrets is Captain Fallbrook hiding? Can she trust the man who has stolen her heart? So many questions. He looks to be entranced by Diana, even though her determination to dig up the past seems to get on his last nerve. Soon, Diana's bold quest to unmask his uncle's killer leads her into terrifying danger, for someone is determined to end her life before she can discover the truth. I just got goosebumps again. And by the way, this is also on Kindle Unlimited. I tell you what, I love it. Yes, I knew it had the vibe of mystery. You are so right. I know. Love the cover already. I know. The sapphire blue is stunning. Ooh, Shannon, I love that word. The sapphire blue. Yes. Love historical mysteries too. Yes. Sounds good. The Mysteries of Pendawar Hall. Yes. Historical mysteries. I know. I know. They're really getting in these days. I feel like that's like, every year people will say, like, what do you think is going to be really in this year? What trope or what subgenre of romance? And I think I've never placed my bets before, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think it's going to be like historical mystery, you know? Everybody seems to be solving a mystery lately, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm excited. The castle resembles the Tower of London. Ooh, I love that, Terry. I love historical mysteries. The dress is gorgeous. I know. It's so gorgeous. I love her cloak too. I know. I think there's even a hood. It's so cute. It's so cute. Is that the last one? That might be. Oh, it's not. This is the last one. Maeve Grayson's Fortuities Arrangement. Maeve Grayson really wanted to give us a video, but she unfortunately had a family emergency that she's taking care of. I sent her all our love, told her we're going to be thinking about her and her family. But she's really excited about this release. I know it comes at a very good time for her. It'll be a nice distraction from the family issues that she is dealing with right now. But I just sent all the love to Maeve Grayson. Let's talk about her book, which is coming out on the 23rd, Fortuities Arrangement. We have book 2 of the 7 Unsuitable Sisters series. Her heart belongs to her pen. I love that. We see the quill there in the front, don't we? Until a marriage of convenience rewrites her story. I love how she did that. Lady Fortuity Abarrow has always been the plain one of the Broadmere sisters, but she never let it bother her. It was always the gossips who took issue with her looks, not her beloved family. And it's better to know that any suitor would be interested only in her dowry. After all, forewarned is forearmed. Thankfully, her parents' will grants her the right to marry for love I did lose my Wi-Fi again, Terry. I don't know what is going on with the Wi-Fi. It's been windy. That must be it. I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I was just going on and on. Oh, Tara, you're here. Tara, I wish you'd been on the screen. I love that, Tara. Wow. How long was I gone? Did you guys even hear anything of Fortuity's arrangement? Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Thank goodness Tara was here. I didn't do it this time, I swear, Kristen. You know I do. You know what happens. It didn't happen today. Something screwy with the internet. I'm so sorry, guys. It's true, actually. Good night. I have to go. Like a good professional, now after dropping off twice, I'm like, wait, I have to leave. You guys are so wonderful for putting up with me. I tell you what. Half the pitch for the book. It looks quite good, is my point. And it's on Kindle Unlimited. Oh, good. Now I'm getting a phone call. Life couldn't get better. I'm going to go because I'm digging a hole. I don't want to dig it any further. My point is, you're wonderful. What would I do without you? You're my favorite part of the day. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. And I literally need to leave in exactly 1 minute to pick up my daughter, or she's going to be mad at me. I mean, I'm not going to be late, but anyway. I tell you what, guys, thank you for putting up with me today. Thank you for sharing this wonderful morning with me. This was so much fun. We're actually going to be meeting again on Thursday. I have some banners here because I'm sure I'm going to get kicked off again. I'm going to tell you real quick. We're going to have a January wrap up finally on it's supposed to say Thursday. It's supposed to say Thursday, February 20th. And Terry's going to be here on Thursday. I just need coffee or something and better Wi-Fi. I tell you what. You guys are the best. I tell you what. You're amazing. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Yes, truly. And I will see you guys on Thursday. And I'm going to check the Wi-Fi and it'll be great. And Terry's going to be here. Wait until you talk to Terry. It's going to be so fun. All right. That's enough out of me before I get kicked off. I know. Are you so excited? We wouldn't feel at home if it wasn't chaotic. Thank you, Vi. That makes me feel better. Okay. I'm really leaving. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your week. See you on Thursday. Bye.